Okay, so it is day 3 now of the idiocracy that is Quebec. Day 3 of lockdown. Curfews from 8 in the evening until 5 in the morning. I just read some news just to get up to speed with the full-blown, absolute lunacy that has overwhelmed and overcome our province. Okay, apparently in the first Saturday to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days, the Quebec police have issued 750 fines of at least $1,000, possibly more, so we can round it up to just being no less than $1 million in fines that have been issued since this curfew has been imposed. $1 million in fines, which makes sense because, after all, we now know that our government, François Legault's government, the CAQ, the CAQ, is spending $13 million a month in COVID awareness. We're locked down in our homes under curfew, but the government finds $13 million a month to spend on COVID awareness. Not respirators, not expanding the hospitals, not actually solving a problem, making us aware of the problem. I just want everyone to appreciate that. Okay, so this is Pudge, by the way. 750 tickets in the first 3 days. That's fine. In Montreal alone, 158 tickets. That's no less than $158,000 in tickets imposed on citizenry who have been locked down, businesses shut down, curfewed, and now they're being slapped with fines for leaving their homes after 8 o'clock at night. Luckily, I've got Pudge now. Pudge, who's a semi-paralyzed dog at this point. She's getting some movement back in her back legs. I'm waiting for the cops to pull me over and give me a ticket for not walking a dog because I'm not walking her. I'm, pretty much carrying her. Okay, but that's, you can step there. No, step there. It's okay. The biggest stories of this insanity, madness, idiocy, idiocracy, lunacy, coming out of Sherbrooke. A wife was walking her husband on a leash after 8 o'clock at night. I kid you not, this is the world in which we live. Surely it was an act of protest. It was a creative one. It was a humorous one. She was fined. She and her husband were fined $1,500 each for breaking curfew, even though her explanation of walking her husband on a leash was not withheld by the fining authorities. Okay, that's another one. Another crazy story, which you would not believe but for the fact that we are living through the times in which we're living. The Montreal police have confirmed 77 interventions, they call it now, because it's a nice politically correct word, with homeless people. They've only issued one fine to homeless people for not being at home after curfew. They've only issued one fine, but they had 77 interventions. All right, I appreciate that they're setting up temporary housing for homeless people, but you issue a fine to a homeless person for not being in their homes, which they don't have after curfew because they have nowhere to go. Okay, there's a word for that. Good governance is not one of them. And do we think that this homeless person who's homeless, who has no means to pay a ticket, is going to pay the ticket? We are paying government people to impose draconian, absurd lockdown measures. We're paying them to issue fines to people who are not going to be able to pay them through no fault of their own. And this is where our money is going. That in addition to the $13 million a month for COVID awareness. Okay, let's do this. I think we're done. Oh, sorry, get over here. 1, 2, 3, hop. Okay, that is the Viva on the street update. Day 3. Our government is failing us. They are no longer implementing any logical, rational measures to counteract their own incompetence for having failed to prepare for what they knew was coming. It's lunacy and absurdity, and we're paying for it in every which way and respect. Okay, what do you say? Have you done your business? I feel something warm running down my leg.